It's almost 2024, and if you're like me trying to manifest a year of wealth, well, you're probably going to make some habit changes or need to make some habit changes and save some money in places you either already thought to save and just haven't done yet or haven't thought at all. So let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? It's Ryler, that stands for Rachel Eiler, and I'm on a journey to figure out my life both personally, professionally, and financially. How are we all doing today? It's so good to be back. I've been loving being back on YouTube. It has just given me this thrill. Obviously, the thrill might die out at some point, but we're gonna keep going because, well, it's now or never, Rachel, and if it becomes never, well, I might just disappear forever.
I'm kidding.
But it is almost the new year, and I have been taking a lot of the last few weeks to reflect on my year, my life, my goals, anything you can think of. I have been reflecting on it. And the other day, me and my boyfriend had a really serious conversation about what we wanted to do in 2024. We have a lot of big steps that we want to be taking, a lot of financial steps, a lot of personal steps, professional steps for me, you know, a lot of things that we want to be doing. So it's now knowing what we want to do and figuring out how we want to do it. And it came to my thought of like, you know, I've been seeing a lot on YouTube, 24 ways to save money in 2024, things I'm no longer buying in 2024. And a lot of them make sense, right? We probably don't need to be eating out every day. We probably don't need to be buying plastic bags. We can buy reusable, all that stuff, right? But I kind of looked at my habits and I said, okay, what can I do more than just stop doing these things? So today I figured we'd chat a little bit about what we can and cannot do in 2024 to help us have this year of wealth. That is not more so like, I'm not manifesting a year of wealth. I'm going beyond. I feel like 2023 was like my downfall, and 2024 I'm between like my year of financial survival and regrowth. This is fine. In all seriousness, 2023, as I've said in my other videos, has been a year of healing, growth, and finding purpose again. And I think I've definitely done that. And now it's taking that next step of growth and purpose and pushing myself off the cliff to actually doing stuff and doing it correctly the first time and not wasting this time or wasting money to get things done. And I also want to preference that these things that I will and will not be doing might not work for you and your lifestyle. If you are the type of person who wants to get your nails done every 2 weeks, go and do it. If you don't have the time to do it at home or don't want to take the time to learn to do it at home, don't do it. I don't do it. I actually had a really bad allergic reaction to trying to do my nails at home, and it honestly put my health more at risk. So I'm not doing that anymore. It's worth spending the $50 or $30 to $50 every 2 weeks to get them done, and that's just that. But look how pretty they are. If you are the type of person that, you know, every Friday night because the kids get home from school or they have so much practice and they have after school activities or they want to hang out with friends and you want to pick up McDonald's on the way home, do it. Like, just be smart about it, right? Like, I'm going to talk about things about if you are going to do these things, how can we still save money when doing those things? To start with number one, it does have to do with the eating out portion, and that is no more eating out. For us, my family, we want to see how many months we can go without stopping at a restaurant or stopping at fast food, getting coffee in the morning. So for me personally, that does include, we're going to delete the Starbucks and Dunkin' app, no more fast food, and no more restaurants. Now, for some people, like, how are you doing that? Because life does get in the way, right? Well, for us, first off, if we are going to explore a new place or we're going to be out celebrating something, obviously there's exceptions there. The point is trying to figure out how no longer to do it on a weekly basis, a 2-week basis, a 3-week basis, and then a monthly basis. A lot of times I get home from work and I'm tired and I'm like, you know what? I took out this chicken and I don't want to cook it. So, and it's the same thing too. It's figuring out, you know, and it also comes back to me and his partnership of like, I'm too tired, can you do this kind of thing? And it's a balance. So how am I implementing this? Well, first off, I am going to shop my pantry more. We do have full stock of certain things that I can definitely whip something up if maybe I'm running out of groceries or I don't have time to stop at the store on the way home. I'm going to shop my pantry and make sure that I have everything that I need, and if I haven't figured out a recipe, looking at what I do have to see what we can do quickly. And that actually also leads to a second part. meal planning. Every Sunday, I go back and forth on being able to do this. Typically on Sundays or Saturdays, I will meal plan our week. Not meal plan in the sense of like, I'm gonna cook everything on Sunday and put it in the freezer and it's ready for us to go. But for me, what I find works is actually printing out recipes and putting them on our fridge or having them in a notebook of this is what we are going to do and making a grocery list from that meal plan. Now, because we get paid every 2 weeks, typically I only do meal plan for 1 week. Our cravings change, so I want to make sure that like in 2 weeks, if we already put down we're gonna have lasagna and on that day or that week we really don't want to have lasagna or it doesn't work with our schedules, we're not gonna have lasagna. Which also then leads to my next point of on busy nights, find a way to prevent yourself from picking up that Taco Bell or Burger King or whatever. For me, we always keep a frozen pizza in the freezer and chicken nuggets in the freezer. And on nights that we're just too busy, we throw them in the air fryer and we call it a day. Sometimes that's just what you have to do because life is busy and either I work late or he has a long day and we just don't want to cook. You know, making sure that we have a set plan in place. Buy those frozen pizzas and save them for, you know, a busy night. This way you never have to eat out really. Number 2, the second thing I will be doing in 2024 is utilizing my cashback apps way more often. I think I was kind of a hit and miss this year with some of my cashback apps, but there's so many out there. The main ones that I do use is Upside, Fetch, and Ibotta. And then the other 2 that I use for online shopping is Retail Me Not and Radican. I think that's how you pronounce it, Radican. It's this one here. But those 4 or 5 cashback apps have really helped me basically save like anything between 50 cents to dollar amounts. Upside is a big one. It's mainly for gas and restaurants. It's one that I used to use a lot more. The reason why I don't use Upside so much now is because we mainly do our gas through our Sam's Club membership because it's always the cheapest gas in our area and they're not on Upside. But I highly recommend whenever we are doing long distance trips or we're going to visit my parents, we always use Upside still. And it does save you quite a lot of money and it really adds up. The other 2 cashback apps that I use for grocery shopping is Fetch Rewards and Ibotta. I love Ibotta, I think, a little bit more because I think you get cashback a little faster than Fetch. Fetch is based on a point system, while Ibotta is based on if you buy this product, you will get cash back. I love both of them. Again, I've seen more faster results, I guess you can say, with Ibotta. And I do have all of those coupon codes down below if you do want to sign up and try it. They are totally free to use for you. So like, who can say no to that? Who can say no to free cash back? Truly, like seriously. Give it a go. So all my codes are down there. Sometimes you get bonuses when you sign up and whatnot if you use my coupon code. So shameless plug. Just go look, click on the link, check it out, share it with your friends, then you can also get cash back and stuff like that. Retail Me Not and Radican. Honey is also another one. I use Honey more so to save money with coupons than I do, but Retail Me Not and Radican do a lot more cashback percentages when you shop online. So if you're shopping at Old Navy or Target or Walmart, typically Retail Me Not and Radican will tell you what percentage cashback you will use. You just need to make sure you activate it and it will do the rest for you. The other thing I really love about it is that when it's an internet browser like extension. So I have both installed on my Google account. And sometimes even when I'm shopping on Amazon, it will tell me, hey, this is actually cheaper at Walmart. Do you want to go check it out? That's how I did a lot of my Christmas shopping this year, and how I saved money on Christmas shopping was because of Radican and Retail Me Not. So just go check them out. The third thing that I'm doing, and it kind of ties off with the cashback apps, is actually using discount programs and websites more. So there are so many websites out there. A lot of employees in general will have like savings. I know when I worked in television news, my company also had a lot of discount codes and whatnot. So check with your employer and see if you guys do have any discount loyalty programs to use. I know I work for the SUNY system in New York, which is the State University of New York system, and they do SUNY savings all the time It's so good. It saves me hundreds of dollars sometimes, whether we're traveling or just day-to-day stuff. If you are traveling, check out Expedia, check out Skyscanner for flight prices, check out for their deal packages on travel. If you're mailing something, you know, there's the website Pirate Ship, which will save you money on mailing. Probably would have been good to know before shipping out any gifts that you might have had, but save it for next year, save it for whenever. Etsy shops, if you're doing that. Sometimes Etsy is really expensive to also ship. And the last website that I use, and my boyfriend actually uses this way more than I do and I should start, is just using Google. Turn on your price alerts. It will always tell you if you're looking at something when the price drop will happen. Number 4, I will not be buying any new clothes unless it's absolutely necessary. And when I say absolutely necessary, I have been in a weight loss journey kind of thing. I'll talk about it in another video actually, but I have been on a journey to lose weight and just take better care of my health and things like that. So unless I need a clothing because nothing fits or something's too big or something's too small, then we'll buy clothes. But we'll probably be smart also about the way that we're buying those clothes. Kind of like how I shop my pantry for groceries, I'm going to be shopping my closet more. Stylize pieces that I already have in a different way. Repurpose some of the older things that I have. And if I do really need to buy things, again, thrifting is an option. Checking out those deals. How can I save money if I do need clothes? But overall, pretty self-explanatory. Not buying new clothes, which is really hard. I love shopping. Number 5 is sticking to an actual budget. Another thing that has been a huge challenge this year is, especially because I took a pause on YouTube, a big challenge has been sticking to that budget. I really need to force myself to track line items, figure out what we're spending, when we're spending it, where we're spending it, setting money goals, setting savings goals, things like that. I think when a new year happens, we all kind of jump into, okay, I'm going to make these outrageous savings goals and watch myself basically fail over 12 months. And that's really hard. It's really defeating. For myself, like, I have been in a lot of financial trouble this year, and I have to be realistic about the money goals that I set in 2024. And that is kind of why I'm starting simple and saying, just track your damn expenses. And I'm hoping with YouTube, obviously, I'm going to hold myself more accountable. And if no one sees me doing videos about tracking my expenses, I want you to go to my videos and write 30,000 comments and being like, hey, you're not tracking your expenses. You need to do that. I'm gonna have you do that to me. Thanks. Appreciate it. Number 6 is spend more mindfully on items. Do you really need this? This has been a big thing that, again, me and my partner have talked about because I think he is more, I don't want to say we're both impulse spenders. He definitely sits on things more than I do, but he'll sit on things for a month and be like, okay, I'm gonna get it anyway. So it is kind of challenging, but really ask yourself, do I need this item? Is it an item that I can borrow from a friend or a colleague, or will I use it long term? That is a big thing for me, and you just don't need it. Number 7 is shop around. Just kind of like how I was explaining earlier with Retail Me Not and Radican, where it will, just like with Retail Me Not and Radican, they will tell you when there's better deals on other sites. Do it yourself sometimes. It's easier sometimes if you do have a platform that's telling you to be like, hey, Walmart's cheaper. But shop around, whether it's for groceries, whether it's for items, whether it's for clothing, whatever it is. Groceries is a big one to shop around for. Check out the other stores in your area to see what deals and coupons or savings they might have going on. Using Ibotta, obviously, like sometimes they have a coupon code or a cashback for like Walmart or Target and not like Aldi or whatever. So shop around. When you make your list, price it out. I know it takes time. I know it sometimes does take an extra half hour to price out where you should go for what, but price it out. See if you can save money, because if you can, why not? It's saving money. Number 8, and I learned this from another YouTuber. They put it in a good way. Save to buy to save. Basically, it's where you stop buying the cheap thing over and over and over again because it's bad quality, you always need to replace it, and instead you save money for the better quality thing. Makes sense. Truly, it does. It's just one of those things like, why would you, is it worth buying a cheaper product that's worse quality when you can just save a little bit longer and buy the better quality thing. Self-explanatory again, but it's a good tip. Number 9, oh, I think I'm gonna get some heat for this one. Stay away from discounted realtors and off-priced realtors. And who am I talking about? TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, HomeSense, At Home, all those people. Stay away from them. At Home isn't so bad, but stay away from them. The reason why I will personally be saying this is because usually you go in, you buy crap because it's trendy, and you don't need it, or you don't use it, or it breaks, or you buy it because you like it and then it doesn't fit somewhere in your home. Don't get me wrong, love TJ Maxx, love Marshalls, love them all. I'm not a Ray Dunn girly, but I know people who are. It's just usually not great quality and it's crap and you don't need it. Number 10 is utilizing your community resources. And what I mean by that, for me at least, is utilizing my library more. I love books. I love reading. I probably do it more than I actually watch TV or watch YouTube, to be quite honest with you. I love reading. And I definitely, and I didn't realize this until we moved, have so many books that I read once and then I never will touch again. A lot of libraries, and you would have to check with your local one, will now do borrowing through Kindle, which is a big thing that I wanted to do because I do read on my Kindle more. It's just easier to carry around with me. So definitely be utilizing my library more. The other reason I suggest utilizing your library is more than just books. Sometimes they do have really great deals on tickets for certain things or community events, things like that. I know my library offers like very greatly discounted tickets to the aquarium and to the zoo. Sometimes they do discount tickets to Broadway because I live in New York. So definitely check in with your local library and see what they do. Number 11 is something that I have been looking more into, and it's something I'm considering for 2024, and it's not being afraid to change things that could be costing you more money in the long run. What I mean by that is we see all the time switching plans for phone carriers, switching your insurances, switching, internet providers, whatever it might be. Sometimes the deals that they are offering are actually better than what you're paying in the long run. So check them out. We have considered changing our phone carrier this year. We have 2 internet providers in our area. So sometimes we are considering, hey, like Verizon has this deal going on. What would it cost to reinstall the modem and switch back? And what would it cost then to switch in the future if we want to go back to Optimum? Like, that's kind of the things that we're always looking at. And the reason I also suggest that is because some of these discounted sites will also offer you deals on your insurance or switching internet providers, all this stuff. So again, it kind of goes back to that shop around that I was talking about earlier. So check that out. Number 12 is activate your rewards through your banking account. I did not know this, and I'm mad at myself because I would use these things and I didn't even activate them. A lot of times your bank will offer cash back, again, a percentage of cash back for certain places that you are shopping at. However, to do this, you must go into your banking app and activate them. So go ahead, go right now, open your phone, open your Chase app, or I don't know, I only have ever worked with really Chase, your credit union app or whatever it is, whoever you use, Fidelity, whoever you use, open them up and check to see if they offer cash back and how you can go about activating it. If you can't find it on your app, call. Just call or chat with somebody or go into the bank and be like, hey, do you guys offer this? Because a lot of times you are using your card and you should be getting cash back and you are not. That is how they get you. And the last suggestion that I have that I will be doing and I'm suggesting for you is set up an autosave with your bank. It could be anything from change, pennies to dimes to quarters to large dollar amounts. So for me personally, I use Autosave for every time I get paid. There's a certain cash amount that is going to go into my savings account. Now, a lot of people already do this with like, hey, 10% of my paycheck is going to go into a savings account. I've always done that However, nowadays, because I'm working to pay more debt off, I'm also saving in other ways. Savings is kind of on a back burner right now for me, or it has been really, but 10% sometimes, if I have a bigger paycheck than normal, I can't always do 10%, ironically. Like, it's not enough for me. So sometimes, or it's too much for me, I should say. So I just say, hey, every time I get paid this dollar amount, you can take out $50 and put it in my savings account. Hey, every time that I have this cash penny value at the end of my account, you can take that out and put it in the savings. And it really does start to add up. I mean, in the matter of 4 weeks, you could go, depending on how much you do, you can have a savings account of $200 and it can get to $400. You know, you can double your amount pretty quickly. So look into it. And it's always on yours. If you want to pause, you can always go in and probably pause like the autosave and whatnot, but it just helps reach your financial goals a little bit easier. That's going to do it for this video. Those are 13 things that I will be taking into consideration and probably doing in 2024. There are so many other ways to be saving money. These are just some of the things that I'm doing that are practical to me and I know I definitely can do in 2024. But let me know, is there anything that you are doing in 2024 to save a few bucks here and there? Leave me a comment down below. I always love hearing from you guys. You guys also always usually have some of the greatest suggestions that I just haven't thought of. So definitely leave a comment down below. While you're at it, hit that like button and subscribe. The like challenge will be coming back in 2024. So it's free to you. It just helps my channel and it tells the algorithm gods that, hey, this video, I like it. Someone else might too. But don't forget to also hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. Very excited for 2024 and to crush these financial goals. Hopefully, we are manifesting it. We're manifesting it. We're going to work hard and do it. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you then.